out there, Chris. Should be a track meet tonight. You played in a number of systems. Did you prefer a faster game or a slower pace?
Oh, I preferred the fastest game. That's why I love the West Coast play. Now, you got some teams changing that, especially when you look at Milwaukee and Toronto. They play like West Coast teams, but, I love the West Coast style of play, and I love playing fast. It's a lot more fun for everyone.
It is. Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. Markkanen and Carter are up front. Chris Dunn is out there with Satoransky, and it's LaVine at the small forward. Now, here's Dunn. Carter finds LaVine with the teardrop. Kept alive. Pass to Satoransky. Here's Markkanen. It's another look. Vucevic with the block. Back to Satoransky. In the corner, it's LaVine. Clock at 4. Knocked loose. Markkanen trying to break loose. LaVine can't hit.
Their focus next trip has to be getting a high-quality shot. I mean, they don't want to start the game 0 for 5.
So the Bulls, their last game, a win against the Wizards in Washington. Dunn passes to Carter. Misses the three.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Outside Fournier. Outside Gordon. Fultz looking around. From deep. No good on that one. And it's Chicago the other way. And Satoransky kicks to Dunn. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Fultz with the ball. He's coming off a 10-point game against Denver.
Solid court awareness. Leave someone open on Fultz squad, and you're going to regret it.
Bulls have gone 0 of 5 here to start the game. Rough start for them. Dunn dishes to LaVine. Carter against Vucevic. Carter with the bounce pass. Just 4 to shoot. To end the cold streak. Dunn's shot's good.
Decent at cashing it in from the mid-range. I mean, it's obvious that Dunn wants to improve his jumper.
And here's Fournier. Last game he had 13. Now the pass to Fultz. Over Dunn. Chicago grabs the miss. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Orlando this season.
In this game, just the first of 4 meetings between these two. They'll get quite familiar with each other by season's end.
I look forward to seeing which team can dictate the style of play. I mean, that's going to set the tone for this entire series.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open. And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe. Well, it didn't take long, Chris, before the Bulls started viewing Wendell Carter as their center for the future.
Yeah, about halfway through the season. He was on the short list of won't-be-traded players for the Bulls. It's not easy to find a big man that fits into the team as well as Carter does with the Bulls.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him.
A solid start to his rookie year for Wendell Carter. And ultimately it was cut short as he had to have surgery on his thumb. And he showed why he was drafted so high.
And Zach LaVine gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Fournier passes to Gordon. Fades. Markkanen pulls it in. And for Carter, right after being shut down, Chris, he said he couldn't wait for summer to start so he could improve.
I mean, that's the way the NBA goes, and you have to want to better your game the way Carter does to make it in the NBA. He showed just how much he can impact the floor in his limited time, and this team is excited about what he can do.
Now here's Gordon. Zach LaVine unable to get his last shot to go. And stolen by Gordon. Feeds to Fournier. And he jams it with authority.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
Yeah, going defense to offense in an instant. Every team now calibrated to do that.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
And the basket by Isaac.
And Isaac is rapidly becoming a load for the defense. He utilizes that huge frame to get the shot he wants in the paint.
Now, here's Dunn. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Wizards in Washington. And it's sent back by Isaac. Gordon, the pass to Fournier. It's tipped. Hands of the ball out of bounds. Fournier last touched it.
Taking a look now at some numbers for Dunn.
How last month turned out for him? He's averaging about 7 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists. Nothing about his numbers really jump out at you, but he'll come up with a timely play or two every game.
Yeah, and sometimes that's all they need, especially in tight games. 1 or 2 plays can make all the difference.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. Right around midseason here, Chris, more players-only meetings being held. Give us a little insight into what those are like.
Well, there's some really good ones, Kevin, and there's some bad ones. There's ones that goes, hey, guys, just wanted to bring us all here and say, man, listen, we can do a little bit better. We need to focus. I'll start with myself. I can be better on the boards. You need to be better guards over here. Those kind of meetings are good. Then there's the ones that say, listen, guys, we're going into playoffs. I need everyone to put the phones down. No more going out. Sacrifice. Tell your in-laws, tell your spouse, tell your family, listen, for the next month we're honed in. We can't come back. And then there's the ones that you don't like, the ones that finger pointing, saying, hey, guys, I called this meeting because I'm tired of all of you. None of you are putting up. And then another guy says, wait, I'm not doing my job. You're not doing your job. And other guys come in and you kind of get how it goes. So a lot of different ways you can have meetings. But hopefully as a coach, you have great leadership. So at the end of the day, even if you have hurt feelings, guys come out better.
And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Augustine. Here's Dunn. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. LaVine looking around, and it's blocked by Gordon.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Now Fultz. No points in the game yet for him. Now here's Vucevic. Fournier trying to break loose, and it's Vucevic missing. Fournier against Satoransky. To the paint, Markkanen. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky.
Well, known for his shooting, Markkanen is still 7 feet. Great to see him score near the hoop.
Here's Fultz. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Vucevic with the bucket. Bulls trail by 3. Dunn passes to Markkanen. Ball's knocked loose. Passes it to Satoransky. 6 on the shot clock. With his first shot attempt, that one off the back iron and out. Looking at the last game for Orlando, it was a loss to Denver.
Yeah, I mean, it's always tough when you've been kind of put back on your heels and you're trying to protect the lead. And then in this case, you lose it. And that's one that they definitely should have won.
The Magic shooting their first free throws of the game. That's good from Isaac.
And the Bulls last year, Kevin, had a lot of holes in their teams. They struggled on offense as well as defense, and their lack of outside shooting was one of their bigger issues.
DJ Augustine's checked in for the Magic. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Thaddeus Young, he's checked in for Lauri Markkanen. Valentine comes in for Zach LaVine. Whitey's checked in for Satoransky. And it's Ryan Arcidiacono in for Chris Dunn. C-Webb, the Bulls last year, bottom 2 offense in the league.
Yeah, only slightly better than the Knicks. I mean, you know, Kevin, injuries hurt. They had to suit up 22 different players last year. But overall, this team has a lot of work to do on the offensive end to improve.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Hey, Kevin, I had a chance to talk with head coach Jim Boylan. He talked about the impact that Aaron Gordon can have, saying he's built for today's game with his mobility and strength. You got to match his activity out there to have success. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Orlando shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
And he makes the first. The 6th pick back in 2017, 6'10" Jonathan Isaac out of Florida State. Greg, what have you seen from him?
Came in somewhat raw, potential as a rangy defender. Offensively, though, still a ways to go.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Ross comes in for Gordon, and it's Carter Williams in for Fournier. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Chris, are there specific types of plays where you feel the whistle gets blown maybe a little too often and a little too early?
Well, sometimes for a guard, when he's defending the guard and the pick and roll comes and he fights through that pick, and as a guard, offensive player, I can stop and let you bump into me and shoot the ball. I think the refs just have to be smart with it. Sometimes it's a foul, but every time it's not, just because of the situation or the flop. And also, you just don't want players to be bailed out when the defender is in a good position. But that's what makes the game so great, is the fact that as an offensive player, you got to try to manipulate and find out where you can sneak yourself in the gray areas of a rule. And as a defensive player, how can you use your skill, your will, and then your IQ not to get caught with your hand in the cookie jar?
Now here's Ross. 8 points his last outing.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Arcidiacono, the pass to Young. Shoots over Isaac. That one a little long. Orlando leading by 9. Dishes to Augustine. Pass to Ross. Kicks it to Carter Williams. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. White drives in, and it's sent back by Isaac.
And that long wingspan of Isaac aids him there in turning away shots, but it's also the timing he displays when he attacks the shooter. Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Chicago calls timeout.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
4 rotations. I mean, slow help and just not enough toughness on the interior. They've got a lot to talk about.
quickly now take a peek at the league leaders in blocks. You look at Isaac, second in the NBA, a great defender.
There aren't going to be many nights when you don't see him affect the game with his shot blocking ability.
Bulls trail by 11. Here's Arcidiacono. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Valentine dishes to Young. Pass to Gafford. 5 to shoot. And that time, also a missed shot. Orlando leading by 11. Isaac passes to Vucevic. And he drops it in from the low post. Vucevic has got 8.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, Greg, they've come out of the gate strong at both ends of the floor. Just in total control so far.
The 3 from Valentine. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And a solid playmaker. White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
Bamba is checked in for Isaac. Here's Orlando now. They're on a 16-5 run here. Now here's Ross. He's guarded closely. The pass to Vucevic. He kicks it to Carter Williams. Up top, Ross. Augustine from outside. Here's Vucevic. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
White against Carter Williams. White looking around. Fires from deep. And Bamba pulls it down. Orlando leading by 12. Here's Ross. Vucevic trying to get open. No good with the layup.
The D hanging tough and stopping what would normally have been easy lay.
And there it is for him.
Beautiful touch there. Give White these types of looks consistently, and he's going to make you pay.
Augustine with it. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against the Nuggets in Denver.
And it was the little things, too. I mean, getting to the line, finding ways to get his points any way possible.
In the corner, Bamba with it. Those 3-pointers off the mark. Bulls trail by 10. Valentine wide open. He fires. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
56 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Now here's Ross. He's tightly guarded. It's deflected. And here's White. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Arcidiacono kicks to White. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Here's Gafford. It's hauled in by the Magic. Here's Carter Williams, and Carter Williams slams it in.
The long legs of Carter Williams eating up the floor on his way to the rim.
Here's Arcidiacono, led by Augustine. Takes the 3. Nikola Vucevic firing on all cylinders for Orlando. Between his points and his rebounds, he was a star for him in that quarter. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And And so far, through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, for the Magic, what jumps out to you so far, numbers-wise?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Showing no mercy right now. The shooters look frustrated seeing so many of their shots get stifled.
Bulls trail by 9. And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court for Orlando, they've got Bamba. Carter Williams is out there with DJ Augustin. Then it's Terrence Ross. And it's Birch in at the center position.
Look, when the D will give it to you, that's where you want your shots coming from. Arm's length from the bucket.
Here's Augustin. Lays it up off the glass. Augustine's got his first 2 points of the night.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Harrison passes to White. Valentine dishes to White. 11 feet away. Good as the jump shot falls.
And what stands out to me about White, he's confident but resourceful. He's going to find a way to help you win.
Now here's Carter Williams. Ross for 3. Here's Bamba. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Thaddeus Young. The Magic have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4. The first one falls.
Well, you talk about physical gifts for the game. Mo Bamba, a 7-footer with the longest wingspan, 7'9.5", and that gives him a huge sphere of influence.
Zach LaVine's checked in for the Bulls. That one misses. Right, you look at Bamba able to touch the rim while still on the ground. And he gets off the ground pretty well, too.
A good athlete, still getting stronger and developing his feel for the game. But he has something you just can't teach.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, for Nick Vucevic, there were some great firsts last season. His son, Philip, was born in December. And then Dad made his first All-Star appearance. Nick is from a basketball family. He said, "I'll enjoy telling my son the stories, like my dad did with me. We'll see if he likes the game of basketball. I think he will." Kevin?
Well, DA, it's certainly in his genes. Thanks for that report.
Solid rebound there, and with a score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so one free throw coming up.
Good. And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Players have different ways of leading. Some guys, Chris, are loud and fiery. Others let their play do all the talking. What was your approach?
Well, Kevin, it depended on what situation I was in. When I was in Sacramento, I could be the quiet, fiery guy that led through my actions because Vlade was more of a vocal guy, and we had a really good-spirited team, so I didn't need to do much besides what we did in practice. In my younger days, when you want to win, you want to get out there, and maybe everyone doesn't have the sense of urgency that you do. You're a little bit more vocal, but I've always believed that the best leaders, no matter how well they communicate or anything else, the best leaders lead by example. And if you're telling everyone what to do and you're not doing it, usually it falls on deaf ears. So go out there and do it by example first, and everybody will follow.
Good advice.
That 7'9" wingspan on full display there. Bamba swooping in with authority.
Now here's LaVine. They picked up 24 points in their last one against Washington.
Not to mention his defense. I mean, he was a terror. He came away with 3 steals and caused a whole lot of headaches.
Now here's Fournier. Zach LaVine unable to get his last shot to go. Got a piece of it. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. LaVine's got his first bucket of the night.
You see the screen and roll plenty in today's game. LaVine, he's so solid at using it to his advantage.
Inside, here's Fournier. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And this season, he's maintained very good form at the line, shooting at about an 83% clip.
Fultz, he's checked in for Carter Williams. And that one falls for Fournier. And so LaVine will bring it up now for Chicago. 15-point game. Here's the teardrop. Bamba with the block.
And the giant wingspan of Bamba strikes again. Just fantastic at spiking shots in a variety of ways.
Oh, they've tailored their offense around him. And let me tell you, he loves playing in this system.
Now Fultz. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And it's blocked.
The coaching staff loves this. They know marketing has the length needed to swat a lot of shots away.
Harrison kicks to Satoransky. Passes it to LaVine. 6 to shoot. Now Satoransky. Jacks up a 3. Rebound by the Magic. Gordon's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger. They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Now here's Satoransky. 17 points for him last game against the Wizards in Washington.
Yeah, but it wasn't all about himself. I mean, he kept everybody else in the loop. His passing was tremendous.
Back to LaVine over Gordon. Again, LaVine missing.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Now here's Satoransky, guarded by Fultz. Now here's Satoransky. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Left side, Markkanen. And stolen by Gordon. Pass to Birch. Uses both hands to slam it down.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Oh, yeah, bang, bang. An impressive sequence that has them fired up.
Now here is Carter. 9 points last game out. Here's Harrison. And again, Chicago. No good. Here's Orlando now. They're on a 16-7 run. And finished off by Fultz.
Superb at switching gears at a moment's notice. Fultz is flat out awesome at driving inside.
On the wing, LaVine. Trying to get open is Carter. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon.
Yeah, Kev, with the competitive nature of Zach LaVine is what drives him. I mean, he spoke up more for and against his team last season as they had a rough go in the standings.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And with LaVine, Chris, as you said, he was very frustrated with the losing last year.
Yeah, but you'd rather have a player who is vocal about it than one who doesn't care. LaVine has the talent and mentality to be a star for this team and is desperate to make them a winner.
The Magic making a switch here. Isaac's checked in. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses.
He's a versatile player who can come play either guard position. I mean, LaVine continues to impress as the years go on.
Bulls trail by 17. Here's Dunn. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky. Satoransky's got his 3rd assist on the night. The Magic have gone 8 of 14 in the second quarter on field goal attempts. Markkanen against Fournier. Shoots over Markkanen. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Carter's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Kick out to LaVine. Hits it from 3-point range. LaVine's got 9 points.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Here's Fultz. Outside Fournier. Beyond the arc. Markkanen pulls it in. Markkanen's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Well, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots out there.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Well, Zach LaVine possesses a speed, Chris, and a burst that makes him a very tough matchup.
Yeah, and he has a great first step. I mean, when he's trying to beat a defender off the bounce, you can't let him get an edge to the hoop. He'll flush it on your head 9 times out of 10.
Vucevic, he's checked in for Orlando. Ryan Arcidiacono now checked in for the Bulls. And the free throw, no good. Guys sometimes don't make it big when they first get on the scene. Late bloomers that have caught your eye right now in the league. Guys that have really picked up their game.
Well, how about D'Angelo Russell?
Good one,
Let's talk about getting traded, having to move at a young age. That really could be devastating for some players. So for him to have the skill set and the mental frame of mind to fight over that, I love it. And how about Julius Randle? I mean, I didn't see it coming. I knew he was a beast, but he's a beast.
You mean he's a beast?
Yeah, something like that.
Bulls trail by 14. Carter outside. He dishes it to LaVine. The shot, no good. Gordon with the defensive effort.
I don't know if it's been the main factor, but his off night has definitely been one factor here.
Isaac. The shot, no good. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
And boy, how they were able to come back in the fourth quarter of that game. Being down as much as they were made it a really special win.
Now, here's Dunn. The dish now to Markkanen. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Carter. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. Carter's got 5 now.
Oh, he's just such a terrific offensive rebounder. I mean, Carter Jr. excels at using his big body to his advantage on the glass.
And stolen by Dunn. And it's good for 2. Dunn's got 4 points this quarter.
And there's that transition offense. Push the ball up the floor. The defense can't get set, and you can get some easy baskets here.
Now, here's Fultz. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Knocked away. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. LaVine wide open. And the lead is down inside single digits. 14 points for him.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Gordon with it. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Shot clock at 6. Fultz, no good.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Ring shot on the way. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Magic leading by 7. Isaac with the ball. Now defended by LaVine. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And with the moment, let's check out the stats for Vucevic. He's been more than solid over the last month. He's putting up 13 points a game, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists. Fantastic totals for him across the board. I wouldn't be surprised if he keeps rolling.
I think if you talk to anyone on this team, they believe in his abilities 100%.
First free throw is good.
And he needs to get back to what he was doing in that first quarter when he was in attack mode, drawing fouls and getting to the line.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Ross is checked in for Fournier, and DJ Augustine subbed in for Markelle Fultz. The Bulls also changing it up. Young's checked in for Markkanen. Valentine comes in for Zach LaVine. And it's wide in for Ryan Arcidiacono. And so he makes both from the line.
Oh, this is a big fella who has no problems at the foul line. I mean, a very smooth touch on the stroke.
2 minutes, less than 2 minutes remaining in the quarter. Dunn dishes to Carter. Valentine kicks to Dunn. Young passes to Dunn. With the floater, and the layup is up and in. Dunn's got 8 points.
Showing he has plenty of tricks in his bag. Dunn never bashful about whipping out the floor.
Augustine against Dunn. The Magic again can't hit. Now the Bulls with it. They're on a 17-6 run. And it's D.J. Augustine with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. The Magic making a switch here. Carter Williams is checked in.
Michael Carter Williams.
.127 left in the first half of the game. Dunn against Augustine. Dunn misses.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
I like seeing this aggressiveness from Isaac, utilizing his amazing length to his advantage to get to the line.
The Magic have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here. He misses the free throw.
And Isaac really continues to intrigue you. A 6'10" forward who's just got great agility and can be a nightmare in transition.
He hits the second from the line. 1:12 left to play in the first half. And here's White. Pass to Valentine. Here's Dunn, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the foul goes against Orlando.
And the physicality Dunn plays with, oh, that makes defenders nervous, which in turn forces them into making mistakes.
For Chicago, they have gone 2 of 4 at the free throw line.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. And you love to have a player like Chris Dunn out on the perimeter with his defense.
Oh, man, big men love guards that can actually keep their assignment in front of them. Dunn has quick feet, great lateral movement, and that's why he's a successful defender.
No good on the second free throw.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
Dunn against Augustine. Now here's Isaac. Guarded closely. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Carter Williams. And it's good. The time running down on the shot clock. Carter Williams has got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, after a first quarter where they struggled from long range, they've really started to get it closer to the basket.
Dunn left side. Rebounded by Isaac. Isaac's got rebound number 8 now on the night.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Augustine looking around. It's tipped. And he uses the glass on the layup. And now an 11-point Magic lead.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And so that brings the first half to a close. It's the Magic. They're up by 11. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thank you. Aaron, you all have played at a high level so far. What has worked for you?
We're just sticking to the game plan. You know, our coaches really drew up something good for us. You know, they wrote it out, and we're sticking to it, and we're executing very well.
Yeah, that's obvious the way you all have played. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started. Okay. Nikola Vucevic on fire in the first half. He had 12 points, 6 rebounds, and 1 block. Shaq, what'd you think about the Magic?
Well, the offense is running on all cylinders. Guys are focused, executing, not playing outside of themselves. That's why their shooting percentage was so high. I see it up there Ernie, in the stratosphere. Anyway, they're mixing things up, which keeps the defense scrambling.
And Kenny, let's get your input on the Bulls.
They need to break it down. And I look at the individual areas that they're struggling with. Like they're getting pounded. I mean pounded, Ernie, on the boards. That's a hustle stat.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Bulls trail by 11. And tipping off the second half, here's Jim Boylan's 5. Markkanen and Carter are up front. Dunn is out there with Satoransky, and it's LaVine in at the 3 spot. Down low, here's Isaac, and he slams it one-handed.
And amazing to watch Isaac when he gets going. Just demonstrates he has all the tools to become a dominant force offensively.
Now here's Markkanen, and he comes up with the deuce. Markkanen's got his second bucket of the game to go.
On the bounce pass is the ticket there. Very nice assist.
Outside Fournier, out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east. Already we are in December. Look at Orlando. They're 8th in the conference and really looking to improve on the back end of the season. And, of course, the Bulls, 2 games back.
And for Chicago, they've had such a disappointing season. Even when they've gotten a little bit of momentum, they haven't been able to keep it going.
No, and it's frustrating. It's frustrating to everyone, the players, the coaches, the fans. I mean, there was the idea that they might struggle, but now reality is setting in.
Bulls trail by 13. LaVine up top, defended by Gordon. And that one goes long.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts. The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Oh, Kevin, the coaching staff has to be upset. You can't give the opposition easy buckets like this, GA.
Fournier against Satoransky. Clock at 6. Launches it. It's hauled in by the Magic. They led by as many as 18 points.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
The pass to LaVine. Back to Satoransky. High arcing shot. Poked away. And it's sent back by Isaac. Oh, and here we go. Isaac's got the fast break chance. Markkanen pulls it in.
Oh, that's their first shot of the half that hasn't found a mark. It's been a good start for them.
To the inside, LaVine. And for a player that didn't come in with a lot of fanfare to the NBA, Markkanen is one of the top young players in the league.
Yeah, call him the marksman or the finisher. Call him Larry Bird, if you like. Fantastic stretch 4, who showed he could be a focal point of an offense, can play from the edge as well, and is just scratching the surface of his potential.
Free throw good, LaVine. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. And here's Fournier. He brings it up for the Magic. 13-point lead. It's Vucevic, top of the key. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Vucevic has got 14 points for the game. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, the Chicago Bulls continue to be a team in rebuild mode. They traded for Otto Porter at the deadline last season, and that seemed like a turning point. It lessened the logjam in the front court, and his versatile game fit well with some of the young players. Now that they've added rookie Kobe White with other moves this summer, fans are eager to see this young team take the next step. Kevin?
And David, they've got some pieces too. Thank you. Here's Fournier after the made shot from Zach LaVine. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Here's a look at the schedule for the Orlando Magic. On Friday, they'll be playing against Damian Lillard and the Portland Trail Blazers. Then on Monday, the Chicago Bulls come into town, tipping off a homestand for them.
And looking at the Bucks matchup, it's a chance for them to come out and knock off the top dog in the league. A win there can be a big step forward for this team.
That's good from Isaac. Chicago making a switch here. Harrison's checked in. He's perfect from the line this time.
And he's given them a good contribution at the line tonight, getting there a lot and delivering on his opportunities.
Satoransky finds Carter. It's not going to go for him. Nice D from Fournier. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Shoots from 14. A putback, and it's put back in by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 4 this quarter.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Here's Carter. It's hauled in by Gordon. Gordon's got 8 rebounds in this game. Outside Fournier. Back to Gordon. The tray. And that one is off. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. And there's the feed to Carter. And then Carter with the jam.
Capable of doing many things well. LaVine has a good sense of when his guys are open.
Now Fultz. He has 6. Outside Fournier. 5 on the clock. Let's go. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Carter's got 9 rebounds now tonight.
He'll breathe a big sigh of relief if they hang on to win this game. He's not done much to contribute tonight.
Now here's Satoransky. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And stolen by Fournier. To the middle. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Yeah, Isaac, he just makes dunking look easy. It has an incredible reach and quickly gets up off the floor to throw that one down.
Markkanen with it. He's covered by Isaac. Markkanen can't get it to go.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Yeah, Greg, that's just great defense. Forcing his man into a difficult attempt.
And how about the quick fire release of Fultz? It is difficult to guard. You know he's thinking about shooting as the pass is coming his way.
And Nikola Vucevic is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Ken Burge is checked in for Orlando. Mohamed Bamba comes in for Jonathan Isaac. And a change for the Bulls. Ryan Arcidiacono now checked in for Satoransky. Now here's LaVine. He's got 18. Pass to Harrison. Shot clock at 3. Here's Markkanen. And again, Chicago. No good.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Pass to Bamba. Outside Fournier. Over Harrison. Off the left rim and out. Bulls trail by 19. Outside LaVine. Floats one. And it's Orlando with the rebound. They get to take on the Blazers at Portland after this one. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Here's Fultz. And it's sent back by Carter.
An aggressive defender. Carter Jr. also excels at using his physical advantages to turn shots back.
Here's LaVine. And the shot goes in. LaVine's got 20 points. Magic leading by 17. Here's Fultz. He's got 8. Outside Fournier. Pass to Bamba. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And right now, Bamba's still working on the offensive side, but the intent is there, able to draw that foul.
He's made 1 and missed 1 so far in the game.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Bamba.
The raw talent Bamba has, just so impressive. A shot blocking specialist who also makes an impact on the offensive end.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Ross is checked in for Aaron Gordon. Michael Carter-Williams comes in for Evan Fournier. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Fultz. He makes 1 of 2 that time. And so it's Arcidiacono with it. He brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. They trail by 18. Valentine kicks to White. No good. Shot missing. So Orlando will take it the other way. Here's Augustine. The basket good off the assist from Carter-Williams.
When you're open, Carter-Williams will find you. He knows his role well.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
White, good. White's got his 3rd bucket of the night. Orlando leading by 18. Augustine dishes to Ross. Carter-Williams kicks to Augustine. Sinks the triple. Augustine's got 5 points now this quarter.
There's no doubting how great Carter-Williams passes the ball. He's a true point guard.
Outside White. Now here's Valentine. He's guarded by Ross. Valentine with it. Ross with the steal. And now the fast break. Ross with the ball. Good work there as it goes. Ross has got his 2nd bucket of the night.
Yeah, what a nice play. Just a coast-to-coaster by himself off of that steal.
Arcidiacono, the pass to Gafford. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Chicago. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. Vucevic, he's checked in for the Magic. And the second free throw, good. Magic leading by 22. That's tipped. Here's Arcidiacono, guarded by Augustine. And here is Valentine. He has 6. Arcidiacono taking his time here. Just 3 to shoot. Gafford passes to White. And the Bulls with another miss. Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Carter Williams dishes to Augustine. Here's Ross. Valentine grabs the board. Chicago has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. There's the pass to Gafford. Takes a 3. They get it back. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. 1:25 left to play here in the third. Now Augustine. He has 7. Back to Ross.
Well, he bailed him out with that one. The shot clock was low. You got to just play straight up D. That is not the time to take a foul.
Chris Dunn's checked in for Chicago. On defense, Chicago. Here's Bamba. Tries again. And Vucevic with the layup. Vucevic has got 18 points.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
The kick out to Young. Offline with his 3.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, he just hit a rough patch. He's trying to climb out of it, but he hasn't been successful.
And the dunk by Bamba.
You really couldn't ask for a better finisher for that play. Bamba able to go above and beyond there. It makes him a humongous target.
Passes it to Gafford. There's 25 seconds left here in the third quarter. Dunn misses. Well, Orlando shooting a hot 57% from the field in the third. Here's Carter Williams. And another shot. And that's 2 points on the layup. He's got 10.
Look, Carter Williams is a fantastic feel for inside the paint. Defenders have a tough time dealing with his size.
Now, here's Dunn. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's Orlando in complete command. Their lead at 28 points going into the break. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
This is how you quarterback an offense. He sees and anticipates what the defense is doing.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Jefferson is out there with Vucevic. Then there's Frazier. Then it's Michael Carter-Williams, and it's Ross in at the shooting guard position. That's who's out there for Orlando. Here's Vucevic, and it's Chicago with the rebound.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And it's done in the corner. With the G League growing by leaps and bounds, one is now being brought to Mexico City, Chris.
I mean, first of all, let's go back to last season. Did you see how crazy those fans were in Jurassic Park in Toronto?
They love it.
Can you imagine Mexico? Oh, my
They'll
God. This would be
believe
great.
it.
Mexico City, yeah. Let's bring everyone in, all the fans. And what I really love is that it's for the home fan base. So when I think of the Toronto Raptors, I think about the city of Toronto. I think about Canada and how it's theirs. And even though we're one league, that team is theirs, and they take that pride on, and it just brings so much more excitement. Can you imagine all the people in Mexico City being excited for their team? Oh, I want to be at one of the first games when that happens because I know the crowd is going to be sick. It's going to be crazy. I want to be there.
And it's the Bulls with the ball. Following the bucket by Orlando. 6 on the shot clock. 16 feet away. And that one hits back iron. And it's Frazier with the ball for Orlando. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Jefferson shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It goes on Denzel Valentine.
Clearly a foul.
Shooting 2.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Jefferson. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Chicago. Harrison comes in for Young. And he can't hit the second. Chris, the other day, Adam Silver has been talking about how the All-Star game, that system, is not working. He's been proactive in considering alternatives. What do you think?
Well, I love what he's done already. Let's think about the All-Star game in 2019. Letting guys pick their players like old school on the park. I mean, that adds a little bit of ego, and that's what you want because we want competition. We want guys that like each other, don't like each other, that are playing against each other, that we're in the finals against each other. We want all that competition, all that mental game that goes into it. And so I love the fact that he's outspoken, that he's definitely ahead of the problem. But I think he did a great job by letting players pick their teammates because that already causes a little in-team drama that we'll see play out on the floor with how hard guys are playing.
First one falls for him.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Both good from the line that time. Here's Carter-Williams. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here's Harrison. Frazier covering. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Here's Carter-Williams. Outside Jefferson. 6 to shoot. Carter-Williams against Dunn. Carter-Williams can't get it to go. Bulls have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. Dunn looking over the floor. Pass to Cornette. Shoots over Carter Williams. Cornette can't get it to go. The Magic have gone just 2 of 8 in this fourth quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far. A nice shot by Frazier.
Oh, good interior offense. Those passes have to be right on target.
Harrison passes to Felicio. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. They get the rebound. Jefferson with some nice D.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and gotten the perfect position to alter the shot.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Here's Harrison. The Magic hitting the bucket. Felicio kicks to Dunn. Looking to get back on track here. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Such a powerful point guard. Even when you get aggressive with Dunn, he works through it.
We see the shift toward players on competing teams becoming friends. How does that compare to when you played, Chris?
It's a little bit different. The players that I admired the most, I wouldn't be friendly with on purpose. We were in the same position. A guy like KG, one of my favorite players ever. We're close now. But during when we played, it was either me or him.
Really?
It was both of us. I didn't want to hang around with him when I'm trying to beat him in the summer. But, you got guys like the Banana Boat crew and LeBron and Wade. They're good friends anyway. Melo and Bron came in 1 and 2, and they had that relationship. So I think relationships are always great. Really, it's just about can you turn the friendship off when you cross the line? I know that Banana Boat crew can, and I know others can as well. And that's all you want. As much as you're friends off the court, I want you to dislike each other on the court through your friendship, just like a big brother, little brother type of thing. So I don't think it's a problem.
Got that bucket in no time at all. Frazier's got 10 points in just the second half.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Done with it. Jefferson picks him up. Pass to Cornette. Over Fultz. Cornette can't get it to go.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Fultz. It's hauled in by Dunn. Dunn's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
He hasn't chipped in with many points tonight. Good thing he has the guys around him to carry the weight.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Fultz, the pass to Birch. Back to Fultz. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And Chris, underclassmen entering the draft, they can now hire agents, get help attending workouts, and still retain their eligibility. Do you like that move?
I love the move, Kevin. You know what it does? It helps less to fall by the wayside. So you come out of college, you don't know how good you are. You don't, it's based off ego, how hard you worked, family and friends telling you, go, get the money. But what's your testing ground? You don't know. You don't have a full context. So I love the fact that it lets you go out there and see. And if you have any trepidation, go back to school. You got another year. So, yes, I love this move.
Excellent. C-Web, excellent. Chicago making some changes. LaVine comes in for Valentine. And it's Ryan Arcidiacono in for Dunn. And so he hits both. Yes, there is that transition from being a player to retirement. It can be a challenge for some. What were the keys that you found in succeeding at that?
Well, first I think is adjusting to the fact you don't have the same schedule. You don't have a physical release that you used to have. You miss the locker room and the camaraderie with all the guys. And so you miss the culture. But secondly, I would say take all the lessons that you learned, and for me this was big, from sports and use them in business. So in business I became a rookie in other areas. I found a Chris Mullin type in business. I found a Latrell Sprewell type, guys that would mentor you, guys that you would play on their team, humble yourself, get back to it. get to practice, get to meetings early, stay at practice late, stay at meetings, and be the last one that leaves, and just take the culture of basketball, infuse that athletic personality into the personality of whatever you go into next, and you can use those tenets to have a wonderful retirement and really enjoy it. So for me, it's been awesome. And by the way, I've had twins, and so since retiring, and that'll keep you just as busy as it was you were playing. So you can find ways to keep that same lifestyle.
That's right, and some sound advice too. And so LaVine nails both of them. And along with the association, we've seen the growth of the G League, the WNBA, the 2K League. Chris, which of those have you followed the most?
Well, first let me say I should have been drafted by the 2K League because I'm really nice. Matter of fact, anybody listening to the sound of my voice, I will beat you in the game that I'm talking on right now. But secondly,
I know you will.
I love the WNBA, from Lisa Leslie to Cheryl Swoops to my girl Candace Parker. Are you kidding me? The skill set of these ladies, oh, they have game. And I can't say I follow one the most because even the G League and their all-star game I follow. Right now it's a great time for hoops, and all three of these leagues I'm in on.
Here's Birch, and that one good.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
We see this all too often. You have to be willing to put in the work.
Now here's LaVine. The pass to Felicio. Here's Arcidiacono, guarded by Fultz, and he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
But he's not going to back off when he's down. I mean, when he's got a chance to attack the basket.
Passes to Birch. Felicio with a rebound. Felicio's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Arcidiacono. The shot will not fall. And it's the Magic taking it the other way. Frazier left side. Fultz kicks to a 1-2. That one no good. Nice D from LaVine. Here's Arcidiacono, guarded by Fultz. 4-on-3 break. And finished off by Fultz.
Possessing the athleticism to hammer it down, you better check out Fultz. He's demonstrating how powerful he can be.
Here's Arcidiacono. Pass to Felicio. And with a younger generation of fans cutting the cord, Adam Silver has talked about ways, Chris, to make the games, the NBA games, more accessible.
Yeah, and as a guy, Kevin, that played on the West Coast, I know many people aren't happy with this idea, but I say move the games up an hour. Move it to 6 o'clock so that I could watch LeBron on the West Coast when I'm living on the East Coast and be to bed by a normal time where kids can stay up. But how about the streaming? I mean, you can watch it on your phone. It's so many better and different ways now. I mean, before, if you were traveling, you could never watch a game because you had to be by a TV set stuck into a wall. Now, that's your phone, your pads, and everything else. So I love the game. It's becoming more global because of the expansion and how we've gotten players out there in front of fans. And now, with the access that fans have through some type of mobile device, I just love it. I love it.
The Bulls shooting just 31% in the game. Here's Arcidiacono, guarded by Fultz, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And someone who has fought their way, Chris, is Ryan Arcidiacono.
Yeah, well, and you have to appreciate the level of grit he plays with at the guard spot. I mean, former Villanova Wildcat, he gives you a bit of energy and playmaking off the bench.
And the first one drops. Carter Williams, he's checked in for Fultz. good on both. Chris, last season the Thunder became the final NBA team to reach an agreement for jersey sponsorships. Have you gotten used to seeing those patches on the various jerseys around the league?
You know what, Kevin? I have, and they're not as intrusive as I thought. I was.
Me too.
Man,
I agree.
Yeah, I was so scared of this. I thought it was going to ugly up the jerseys and be bigger than the team logo and things like that. But you know how great this league is when it comes to getting messages out to their fans and promotion. And so we've done a wonderful job. And actually, some I really like how they fit the jersey, how the colors matches, and the history of the company actually. So no, I think they've done a great job, kind of. Just making sure it just slides in there, not taking away the shine from the team.
Now here's Carter Williams. Here's a one-two, and it's blocked. Here's Arcidiacono. Carter Williams covering. The shot by Arcidiacono, no good. And so it's Carter Williams. He'll bring up the ball for the Orlando Magic. Pass to Frazier. 1:37 left in the fourth. Birch kicks to a one-two. Goes back up. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Zach LaVine.
Shooting two. Kim Birch.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on that one. And with the likely return of prep to pro prospects, Chris, some have argued for a high school combine to help determine who's ready to make the leap and who isn't.
I'm not really there with the high school combine. I still think that, you still have a level of college or a level of professionalism that can happen after. And I don't believe until you're ready to be evaluated for the pros immediately, should you have that combine. Your bodies are still growing. I talked to Jaren Jackson just yesterday, and he told me that he grew 2 inches over last summer. So I think it's a little unfair to judge these guys that early when their bodies and mentality still has a lot of development left.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Magic.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And this will be a big win for them. Lucky win number 13 now in the bag.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And you know, guys, what a nice performance it was for Vucevic.
Well, he showed what it takes to be a great rebounder tonight. Fighting for position, boxing out, never getting outworked down low. Who knows what this score would look like if he wasn't on his game tonight.
And so the Magic can now just hold on to the ball. Carter Williams with it. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Nick, great win tonight. Good performance by you. How surprising is it that you contributed to the game in so many ways?
I mean, I wouldn't say it surprised me. I always knew I could play at this level, but I just play hard. Just play hard and get things happen. I don't try to force anything. I just let the game come to me, and I play hard. Rebounds, like I said, it's a lot about effort. That's why I I can do every night. And points are going to come some nights, sometimes they won't. But I just take what I get and just keep playing.
Well, you did it all over the floor tonight, Nick. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.